November 15th, 2024. How's it going, guys? Well, I got another video for you. And what are we going to talk about? Kansas City, Independence, Missouri. We're going to talk about crime. We're going to talk about the homeless. We're going to talk about the drugs. We're going to talk about the prostitution. Now, has it slowed down any? Right after the election, everything just seemed like it went quiet, pretty quiet and stuff. And then gradually, after several days, things started going back to the way it was, and the homeless and the druggies and the rest started creeping back out and stuff. And they're back about the same what they were doing before. I'm going to show a little bit of that. Got a lot of activity over here on East 47th Street South, too. Again, a lot of cars going up and down, doing different things. Top of the hill. Now, top of the hill of Chrysler and 47th Street here is very interesting. There's a house up there over the last 3 years that people were going to. I referred to it as the bong house because they got in the breezeway and they were smoking a bong. But there was like lots of other drugs and different things going on at this place. And this is where they had that vehicle and had the Texas tags. Still, it's been over what, 2-3 years? And they don't have Missouri plates, and they're living in Missouri. Now, hold on, guys. All right, guys. Now, I live in Jackson County. I live in Independence, Missouri. And I went and paid my taxes, my son's taxes. Both are cars. This is what these look like. It says total paid. One car, total paid another car. And then this house deal where, they put it to everybody at Jackson County, increased a massive deal. They were supposed to drop it back down and didn't. Mine actually went from $1,000 to $2,000 almost. And I had to go down there and fight to get that down because it had went up 130% here. Now, why would that be? And nothing's been done about it. Where did all this money go? This is another thing. We need to find out where all this went and, what's going to be done about this. They had moved mine up to 130%, then they moved it down to 80%. That's when you could go down there and talk to them, see if you could get it lowered a little bit. These houses cost $10,000 and $15,000 originally. Now that's insane. That is insane. But what I want to talk about is these people that they've moved in during this COVID deal where some of these groups, these fractions are a threat to national security here, of our freedom here in the United States. Because some of these people that came in here, there's a lot of these houses over here that 8 to 10 people are living in these houses. And it's kind of like different groups, or different kind of like a militia groups and stuff. This is something where the government, this is where Trump, this is where all Elon and the rest of them, they need to be looking at all this. And the illegals here, definitely. They need to be looking at that. If they didn't go through process like they should have, they need to be looking at that because there's a lot of stuff that's went on here, over here in Kansas City and Independence, Missouri. And this house, what I was going to talk about, what's really interesting, like I say, I guess they don't have to pay taxes. Independence hasn't done nothing about those vehicles with those license plates over 3 years now from a different state. I think, 30 days, 90 days maximum, and you're supposed to? But when we can pay taxes, but they don't have to, I think somebody should be accountable here. And I think somebody should be accountable out here at Independence, too, about this stuff. This house, and there's some other houses up here, too, on 47th Street and Chrysler on the corners, that a lot of odd stuff, a lot of drug dealings, a lot of stuff goes on. There was many times I posted photos, videos of people that were passed out that had come from this bong house, went across the street, they had laid out on the ground, they were passed out probably from meth and other different drugs and different things like that and stuff. This needs to be looked into. I'm going to show that because, like I say, activities picked up. Around about 2 to 3 a.m. in the morning, lights start going on and off up there. Now, I have a light out in front of my house, but my light is just a light, basically, so like when the boom, their big sounding booms, you know how they do, and I flick it on and off. I also use that too to check to see if somebody's trying to jam something, because some of my cams are not all hardwired. Some are, and I can flip that on and off and see if it automatically, you can see that or not. It's a good idea if anybody's got actually security cams out there. If you have a remote light you can put out, and you can flip that light on and off to see if that camera is actually functioning or not. So check that out, guys. But I got some stuff to show you, and I had somebody approach on the house. I was actually down in my shop in the basement working on things, and I had a lot of stuff. I heard this peck, 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 peck. Time I got up here, they were already down at the bottom of the hill and gone, but there ain't nobody needs to be here. I mean, unless it's just a utility worker that's, you know, from electric, Spire just put a new gas meter in out here, so, you know. And I got no soliciting, no trespassing, but it just seems like these other ones just can't leave it alone now, can they? We're going to show that. Oh yeah, guys, and one other thing I almost forgot real quick. I've been tracking this stuff going up and down 47th Street, because there's groups of these that get together, okay? And what I did a all week long. I'm just going to talk about Sunday to Monday morning and Thursday to Friday morning. I'm going to show a little bit of video here for my security cams, and especially about the Bong House at the top of the hill, where a lot of the drugs, a lot of other stuff, a lot of things are flowing, that Independence or Jackson County Sheriff or somebody needs to get out and take a look at, or Kansas City, Missouri even. But I tracked cars going up and down the street. Sometimes we've had massive cars go up and down the street. Now this is not from like a game or event or something like that. I mean, I think I tracked like one time 80 to almost 100 cars in an hour one night even. But this was not from a wreck. This was not from an event or anything else. These people get together. These people get together at certain locations. They are strategically placed at certain places, from houses and other things, where you might see, you know, 30, 50 cars at one house. So at 12 to 1 a.m. Sunday night to Monday morning, there was 32 cars that went up and down. 1 a.m. to 2 a.m., there was a 14. Now some of these cars keep making loops, like they're taking, you know, like people are buying stuff back and forth, back and forth. 2 a.m. to 3 a.m., 14 cars. And these are the same vehicles, guys. I mean, if you're a cop, you know, a real cop out there, this is not brain surgery. 3 a.m. to 4 a.m., 14, same cars. And then from about 4 to 5, you know, people start getting up, going to work at other areas and stuff. Not saying that there's not other locations of businesses where certain times they go in, you know. Most of the time it's midnight, you know. Sometimes it could be later, but, you know, depending on how the shift runs and stuff. But I thought that was interesting. And then I did one last night. And it basically from 12 to 1 is about 23. Now on Thursday nights, they really get active. That's their party night a lot of nights. It ain't just a weekend, but I mean, what I'm saying is on Thursday night, which you wouldn't think that would be a big thing. But okay, I had 23 cars. Now you gotta remember, this is from midnight till morning. I mean, most of us are sleeping. You know, most of us, unless you're doing other things. And there's lots of activity that go on. So then at 1 a.m. to 2 a.m., there's 24 more. But then it dropped back down. And this is just like clockwork. 14 cars, same ones. 14 cars, 3 to 4 a.m., same one. And this house comes alive at about 2:45 to 3 a.m. in the morning, that Bong House top of the hill, where they're still got Texas tags and other stuff. And I just can't imagine something not being done by that. You know, I mean, I have to pay my taxes. Well, maybe when Trump gets in, maybe I can write him a letter, or Elon, or one of the other ones there, and we can check that out, huh? So hold on. Okay, guys. let me go back here real quick. It's 2:45 a.m. in the morning. Now this was Sunday till Monday morning this last week. And what you're going to look at is up here at the top of the hill. There's, like I say, there's what's called I call the bong house, because that's where you see that light just come on. Okay, that light just come on, and this goes on, and there's people that walk over to this house too. And this is also where sometimes they've had dogs up there. It's got out in the middle of the street and other different things and stuff. Right now I'm advancing that because I want you to see this. And it's going to go off. It's going to go on. And like I say, this is a 3-minute segment. I'm going to hurry through it real quick here. I want you guys to see this. So, and then I'm going to show you from Thursday to Friday this morning too. But in the meantime, there's many things that go on, and cars traveling up and down, like I say, usually in 2s or 3s. Now you can see that, okay? Interesting. I mean, it's back on again. Now, 2:48. But this house becomes active. And what's also weird is UMKC, there were some UMKC student vehicles that was at this house too. The only reason I know that because they had actually, a couple of them had license plates that said UMKC on it. So it makes you wonder what's going on here. You know, just like they talk about, you know, some of these people, some of the problems, some of the threats and stuff too are, a lot of the stuff, you know, on the education, you know, if Trump gets in there, he's going to disband certain things about the educational deal. So because of, I think he's going to let every state run their own individually like they're supposed to. But there's a lot of stuff that's being taught it shouldn't be taught. And just getting off the subject a little bit there. But I want you guys to see this. And like I say, this is where they would go from this house across the street and they would just be passed out. So I showed so many times where AMR or fire truck was up there over the last 3 years, picking these guys up, picking these bodies up because they were passed out from stuff. So it's interesting. I want you guys to see that. It's not my imagination, it's real. Crazy stuff. So hold on, guys. Okay, guys. So this is from last night, Thursday night till Friday morning. And 2:53 a.m. And this stuff goes on again. And there's cars that pull in and out up at this house too. Independence police need to be looking at this. And what kills me, it's just like, you know, I don't know. I think, like I say, there's a lot of weird stuff that's going on over here. And some of these people, some of these locations need definitely be looked at on this. Well, isn't that odd, guys? And what's bad too about these houses, they've brought these people in. Some are ex-cons and other different things that are living in these groups of these houses over here and stuff. They're parolees and stuff. And Independence Police knew about it because I talked to one of them, and he's the one that let me know that one was a parolee out here. And I just thought that was even more odd that they already knew where some of these people were and why. I mean, if they know where they're at, then they must be concerned about them. But why did they allow them to come in like that in the first place? like I say, whoever bought a lot of these houses up over here, and the 8 and 10 people, they plopped them in over here, which is very unusual. So hold on, guys. And here's last night, or I should say early this morning at 2:15 a.m. I'm sure this gentleman at 2:15 a.m. here just, out for a morning walk, inhaling that cool, fresh breath of fresh air in Independence and Kansas City, Missouri here. What do you think, guys? Now, hold on. I got a few more things to show you. I'm going to show this real quick. I have no trespassing signs on my property, several actually. It's under 24-hour video surveillance. I have a private drive that everybody just loves. I got bricks out there now because they just won't stop driving through it. And no food delivery, so there's no way that, somebody can make a mistake on that. Now, hold on. And what does that say? It says no solicitors. So I'm down in my shop, down in my basement, working on some things. I hear this peck, 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 peck. And I didn't get back up here in time because I had my hands, I had to wipe my hands off, get my hands clean and stuff. Time I get back up here, I'm going to show you what I seen. So hold on. Okay, guys. That's about midweek. And this guy, you got some nice tennis shoes on. You got a nice little rad battery operated deal. You look like you got one of those little Hitler mustaches on too. I don't know. Oh, but he looks like he's got an American flag on his shirt. But I don't know who this guy is. Well, like I said, I didn't get back up here in time. But if he didn't think he wasn't on surveillance, he definitely was. And I have no soliciting here. So there's no reason this guy should even be up on my property. Very odd indeed. But I wanted to show that. And then he doesn't go to any other house either. He only came to my house. Maybe he had $1 million check. You think he had $1 million check, baby, that he's going to give me? Hold on. I wanted you guys to see him leave too, because he goes down the street. And didn't go to any other houses. So isn't that kind of strange? And that's an Independence here. I don't think they're supposed to solicit here in Independence anyway. I thought we had an ordinance here in Independence. That is kind of odd though, isn't it, guys? Oh yeah, guys. And nothing gets past me over here. Not even the bandit. And I'm going to show that real quick, guys. Yes, that is a raccoon. We have possum and raccoons over here. What's really awesome, when it rains, the possums like to get out in the rain when it's really heavy downpouring. But I wanted to show that too. Hold on, guys. So has things changed in Independence? Well, we'll just take a real quick look here. I'll show you a few little photos here. And definitely, these are videos, but don't need to go through them a whole lot, so hold on. What you're looking at here is a vehicle that hangs over here off by Waterfall Park Bass Pro. And it was dealing some stuff. This was just a couple days back. Hold on. The notorious Walmart over here where they panhandle all the time as you're going out Walmart there. But I wanted to show that. That was just the day before yesterday. I believe this guy was over on Nolan Road. I thought I just had to show that. Hold on. And they're back by Walmart over here by this pillar, getting back behind the pillars, sleeping back over here too. Wanted to show that. And here's the one-eyed woman that sits up here. She's back out again. I think she comes from the motel down over there off 40 Highway, down there by the tool shed. When I come back Wednesday night, you can't hardly see this. This guy was it was almost like a ghillie suit. This was off 435 and 23rd Street. I was coming back 23rd Street. This would be eastbound. And he was wrapped up in this thing in the center lane. He was basically just setting up there. You couldn't see his face. He was all in camouflage. But I wanted to show that too. One quick note down here off 40 Highway and I-70, when you get up on the ramp, go westward bound, They have put some lights down here, which does make it better at night. I think they're trying to keep them from sleeping underneath there. They're still going down there eating and stuff, as you can see. But these lights are helping somewhat. All right, guys, we're going to wrap it up. Don't forget to pay your taxes. I paid mine, over $2,000 some worth. So keep your eyes open and stay safe out here in Kansas City and Independence, Missouri. Have a good one.